know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me. Was born to rock, he's still trying to beat the clock. Think of me what you will, I've got a little space to fill. So let's get to the point, let's roll another joint, let's head on down the road. There's somewhere I gotta go, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels to be me. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels to be me.
Tom Petty.
Carly Van Dyke back at 141. Used to play that when I got out to California and think of the lady I loved in Harrow. Well, I can't tell you much more about that, but I will show you the pictures later.
No matter what you put on a burger's really all you've got. So get to Arby's for tender roasted beef. We pile it on and serve it hot. Come on and break the hamburger habit with Arby's tender roasted beef. We pile it on.
When you want to change from the Great American Burger, come to the place with the Great American Alternative, Arby's. At Arby's, you get a whole different sandwich. A sandwich piled high with tender roasted beef. There are a lot of burger places out there, but only Arby's specializes in tender roasted beef. Break the hamburger habit at Arby's.
Break the hamburger habit at Arby's.
Break the hamburger habit all Greater Detroit, Pontiac, Drayton, Plains, Waterford, Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti, and Troy. Arby's.
For the Levi's line that's most complete, just direct your feet to the county seat.
I've been wearing Levi's most of the time, and I like them. But there are some days when I like to look different, just a little. Those are the days for Levi's Juniors from County Seat. Vests, tops, shirts, and denim skirts. Levi's with a dressier look with that same jeans feeling. Right now, you can get all the new Levi's for spring at County Seat. Because there are times when dressier Levi's get just the right kind of attention.
Help save the animals at the Detroit Zoo. Bring your Metro Detroit Ford dealer a Peter Paul candy bar wrapper, and he'll donate a penny for every wrapper toward the cause.
CKLW.
I can feel you watching in the night. All alone with me, I feel cold, you warm me. And when I feel I can't go on, you come and hold me. It's you and me forever. Sarah, smile. Oh, won't you smile for me, Sarah? If you feel like leaving, you know you can go. But why don't you stay until tomorrow? If you wanna be free, you know, all you got to do is say so. And when you feel cold, I'll warm you. And when you feel you can't go on, I'll come and hold you. It's you and me forever. Sarah, smile. Oh, won't you smile around for me, Sarah? Sarah, smile. Oh, won't you smile around, Sarah?
CKLW. And what the original $1 Million Weekend is all about. 146 with Charlie Van Dyke and a Supreme.
I've been crying, cause I'm lonely for you. Smiles have all turned to tears, but tears won't wash away the fear that you never ever understand. To ease the fire that within me burns, it keeps me crying, baby, for you. Keeps me crying, baby, for you. So won't you hurry? Come on, boy, see about me. See about me. See about you, baby. I've given up my friends just for you. My friends are gone and you have to know peace I find until you come back and be mine. No matter what you do or say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Keep on crying, baby, for you. I'm gonna keep sighing, baby, for you. So come on, hurry, come on and see about me. See about me, see about you, baby. See about me. Sometimes up, sometimes down. My life's so upset with you not around. From my eyes you may be out of reach, but my heart says you're here to keep. Keeps me crying, baby, for you. Keep on crying, baby, for you. So won't you hurry? Come on, boy, see about me. See about me. See about you, baby. See about me. You know I'm so lonely.
CKLW on the $1 Million Weekend with Charlie Van Dyke at 148. And clumsy Big Jim Edwards has just stepped into the studio. This is unbelievable. I've always remembered you as a klutz. Now this entire
fancy new building.
beautiful monolith here by the river is all drenched in coffee.
Let's have a voice contest, Charlie.
Let's not.
This is incredible. Did you draw me the map on how to get in here?
No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, this is going to blow up. We really, let's call in maintenance. This thing is dangerous. Hey, 50,000 watts and we're none of us. Where did you come in from?
Beautiful downtown Denver, the Mile High City.
Many of us have gone many different places, all to return here for this one grand and glorious emotion-filled weekend.
And I'm scared.
I'm panicked. I want to tell you, and I also want to know where the chicks are. When I worked here before, used to be out in the parking lot, they'd swarm in. We'd play those good old heavy rock and roll records, and they'd show up and want to talk.
Charlie, the phone's for you.
Is that right?
How comes you missed the logo?
Many of us have gone on to a lot of fun things. Of course, Big Jim is working out in Denver now, massive broadcast magnate that he is, and they've managed to
I'm
get a little
bored.
time off for him.
I'm tired.
Frank Brody imported at great cost, and of course we have terrific Tom Shannon coming in tomorrow, which is really going to be a highlight.
Can't believe.
And we, by the way, have done, this is really an incredible, at great expense, we're going to bring in our old program director, who many of you never heard, named Ted Atkins. We're very pleased that the Ford Company would let him off the assembly line for the afternoon.
The People's Jewelers electronic digital watch. Precision timing, accuracy to within seconds per month. Priced just $59.95. Press button once for hour and minute. Hold for seconds. The People's Jewelers electronic digital watch. Priced just $59.95. Handsome styling in a white gold color case with matching link bracelet. The People's Jewelers electronic digital watch. Priced just $59.95. Styling, accuracy, a 1-year unconditional guarantee, plus People's Jewelers' low price of just $59.95. That's the electronic digital watch from People's Jewelers. Take advantage of this outstanding value now, while it lasts, at People's Jewelers. And remember, we guarantee it. People's Jewelers, selling diamonds,
Once every few months it happens, and when it does, you gotta be ready for it. Getting your hair cut. When the time comes for you, do it right. Take it along to the haircutting place. They'll precision scissor cut your hair to the contours of your head and the shape of your face. Full and clean and natural. The haircutting place. The haircutting place. For ladies and gents who don't like to get their hair cut.
Haircutting place at Simpson's in the Devonshire Mall, Windsor.
Motor City weather.
Mostly cloudy, windy, and warm. Chance of thunder showers this afternoon. High 69. Cooler tonight. Low 35. Continued cloudy tomorrow for a high of 46. Temperatures Cleveland 73. Toledo 69. Detroit 69. 21 Celsius.
CKLW yesterday.
CKLW and $1 Million Weekend. Mama Mavis and the Staple Singers. Respect yourself. It's Charlie Van Dyke back in the Motor City at 154. Taking just a brief moment to thank the management of the Big 8 CKLW for their incredible hospitality upon my arrival here. The accommodations which they have provided for all of us guest DJs is unbelievable. Something simple would have been fine for me, a little elegant view of the river and everything. They went out of their way. I'm not at liberty to divulge exactly where we're staying to keep the crowds down. However, I will tell you it is extremely elite and exclusive. How exclusive, you ask? I got up this morning, found out room service had an unlisted number.
Jukebox International brings you Disco Mania 2 with the BT Express, Ralph Carter, and Esther Phillips.
What's the difference again? 24 hours.
You get Carl Carlton and the Ohio Players. Donna Summer. Plus, you get LaBelle's #1 disco classic. Taste hot chocolate.
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing.
1 hour of disco delicacies with Silver Convention. Disco Mania 2 with the South Shore Commission, Johnny Bristol, Gloria Gaynor, the Crown Heights Affair, and the Stylistics. Disco Mania 2. Disc nationally advertised at $5.99, tape $6.99. Available at a favorite retail outlet near you.
Disco Mania 2, available soon.
Look at all those trains, Price, loaded with food for A&P stores across the country. Beans for Boston, gumbo for New Orleans, sauerkraut for Milwaukee. A&P may be big, but we still know our neighborhoods.
And my prices. Just look at these, Pride.
Now that's what I call neighborly.
Now it's your friendly A&P store in the Detroit area. You can buy specials like the quart bottle of Lemon Fresh Joy. She was a little higher price when I knew her. Price is 97 cents now. Catch the Dune Buggy and Off-Road Vehicle Show today and tomorrow at the Michigan State Fairgrounds. Proceeds go to the Crippled Children's Society.
CKLW.
You don't kid a guy named Andre when he makes music this good. Wow.
see.
2:00 at the Big 8 with Charlie Van Dyke on $1 Million Weekend. CKLW and Charlie Van Dyke at 203. Paul Simon, there are at least 50 ways to leave your lover. Knowing when is the big deal. Like gals, you know it's over. When your old man used to bring you presents by Revlon, Max Factor, CoverGirl, now he brings you gifts by Scope, Right Guard, and Desinex. It's time to hit the road.
Problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. She said it's really not my habit to intrude. Furthermore, I hope my meaning won't be lost or misconstrued. But I'll repeat myself. At the risk of being cruel, there must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. just slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just stop off the key, leave, and get yourself free. Ooh, slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. You just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, leave, and get yourself free. She said, it grieves me so to see you in such pain. I wish there was something I could do to make you smile again. I said, I appreciate that. And would you please explain about the 50 ways? She said, why don't we both just sleep on it tonight? And I believe in the morning you begin to see the light. And then she kissed me, and I realized she probably was right. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. You just slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. Or you hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, leave, and get yourself free. Slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, bro. Just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key and get yourself free.
CKLW and Charlie Van Dyke back at 207 with Paul Simon and 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. Any excuse is good enough. I used incompatibility of mood rings.
It's a real thing. That's the way it should be. What the world wants to see. It's a real thing.
Not too long ago, your bottler of Coca-Cola came up with a good idea. Value-priced bottles of Coke. You turned that good idea into a great idea. And great ideas are worth hanging on to. So your local bottler will continue to offer you extra value with value-priced bottles of Coke. So keep on saving with the large-size bottles of Coca-Cola, which carry the value price label. They're the most economical way of all to buy Coke.
That's the way it is, and the way it will stay. What the world wants today is the real thing. Coca-Cola is Coke.
Someone told me it's all happening at the zoo.
Now's the time to save a wrapper to save an animal. Each Peter Paul Mounds Almond Joy and Caravel wrapper you save and turn in at any Metro Detroit Ford dealers is worth 2 cents to help feed the Detroit Zoo's animals. In addition, CKLW will give $1,000 to the organization collecting the most wrappers. Get into the Motor City and help feed the zoo's animals. Call CKLW for more information. 963-1567 in Detroit or 258-8888 in Windsor. Save a wrapper to save an animal.
CKLW $1 Million Weekend.
Nobody can do the thing like I do. Nobody can do the thing like I do. Nobody can do like I do. Nobody can do like I do. Well, don't you know I'm gonna skate my do? Ain't nobody do it to me. Nobody but me. Yeah, I'm gonna fit it. I do. Ain't nobody do it to me, baby. Nobody but me. Well, let me tell you, nobody, but nobody but me. Let me tell you, nobody.
$1 weekend in Charlie Van Dyke with the human beings. Nobody but me can do the shingling or the boogaloo, let alone the bump of the hustle. Of course, I got to remind you that Big Jim Edwards comes in this afternoon at 5 o'clock. He has mastered all those, also wearing his most stylish new Nehru jacket and love beads. Looks dynamite, Jim.
You'll be living in a better pair of jeans. Wrangler, no fault, all cotton jeans.
No more shrinking up and wrinkling, no more puckering and crinkling.
'Cause you're living in a better pair of jeans. Hey! Well, you're living in a better pair of jeans. Ooh, that's what Wrangler, no fault denim really means. Old man Cotton is behaving like it should 'cause it's fading. You'll love living in a better pair of jeans. You'll be living in a better pair of jeans.
Wrangler, no fault, great fading jeans.
No more shrinking up and wrinkling, no more puckering and crinkling.
'Cause you're living in a better pair of jeans.
Yeehaw!
Wrangler, no fault jackets and jeans.
Wrangler no-fault 100% cotton denim jeans and jackets with Sanford, because Wrangler thinks Americans should get what they pay for.
Get Wrangler no-fault jeans and jackets now at Sanford, at J.L. Hudson Rainbow Budget Stores. Now, ear piercing is fast, easy, and safe at Federal's. A doctor or nurse is at every Federal store today and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The new painless way for just $9.99 with 24-karat gold-plated starter earrings for free. Now, this is good. This is the same place that Byron McGregor went just before his wedding, because he had a unique 3-ring ceremony. One for his finger, one for her finger, and one for his nose. That's where he went. If you're under 18, you must have a parent or guardian with you to take advantage of this. As a matter of fact, we're not so sure how the wedding worked out. It's going to wait a year to have his towels monogrammed. Take advantage of the incredible Federal ear piercing by trained medical personnel. Only $9.99 complete, plus 24-karat gold starter earrings for free. Today and tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 7, only at Federal's. The Bicentennial Builder Show is on now at Cobo. See acres of beautiful gardens. Enter the $20,000 House of Nails contest. You may be a winner. The Builder Show, Cobo Hall now.
CKLW.
Well, if you can imagine, like I can imagine, let your imagination come true. And a Dreamweaver song from Gary Wright.
I've just closed my eyes again. Climbed aboard the Dreamweaver train. Trying to take away my worries of today. And leave tomorrow behind. Ooh, Dreamweaver, I've been
and Charlie Van Dyke back at 2:15 on the $1 Million Weekend. Been in the Motor City less than 24 hours, and already I know I got to dedicate this song to Sonny Elliott.
Some of that Hoosier. Now give me a little bit of drum by himself there. Now give me a little bit of bass with those 88s. Ah, you're cooking, baby. You're smoking. Now everybody, I want to hear you all. Can you?
CKLW and Charlie Van Dyke at 2:18. Byron McGregor lurking only one song away. This just had to be the song. What he does best. Guys, talking.
Nobody
CKLW Bee Gees and Charlie Van Dyke for Jive Talk. And just before we pass it off to Byron, I just want to say, hi, Byron.
Hi.
You are up there.
Yes.
There's one thing I remember. One particular morning, it was snowing, and I was sitting in the old broadcast monolith by the water, and we had a little competition. During the newscast, I admitted to the folks that the one word that makes you giggle hilariously is, remember the word?
I'm afraid you're going to say it.
Banana. Sometime during this newscast, I will say that word. When you hear it, if you hear him giggle, just address your comments to General Manager, CKLW.
It's 2:20. This is Byron McGregor, CKLW 2020 News. 3,000 UAW delegates have wrapped up their three-day conference at Cobo Hall, hammering out their plan of attack for the upcoming auto talks this summer. And from the looks of things, job security and money are the two headliners. Beaming union boss Leonard Woodcock says they're hoping to avoid a strike, but
the companies know that our people always respond if called upon. I hope we can avoid that. Because we don't bargain for strikes, we bargain for settlement. We work as hard as we can from July to September to accomplish a satisfactory settlement.
At the same time, Resolution Committee Chairman Joe Dance wants to make one thing perfectly clear.
I think you have to recognize that when you go to the bargaining table, you have to be a responsible organization. And I have to think you recognize that you have to say to the corporation, when I'm speaking to you, I am speaking for my membership. And I'm sure that President Woodcock will do just exactly that.
The union is also confident they'll be able to get better benefits for UAW retirees. 30 families have been left homeless, and the American Red Cross has moved in to help out in the fiery aftermath of an apartment complex blaze that ripped through the Clifton Point apartments outside Ypsilanti this morning. We asked Fire Captain Chester Copley if anybody was injured.
We had 4 firemen who received minor injuries. Most serious was one fellow got hit on the head with a piece of fire hose coupling. They were treated at the hospital and released, all 4 of them.
At the same time, firemen in Livonia are still at the scene of a smoker at the Chevy plant on Eccles Road. At the height of that blaze early this morning, we got first account of it from this eyewitness.
There was quite a few working there, and when I went by, there was an awful lot of people running out of the place. And saw the flames at first, and then when we got up there, it was even worse. They were going about maybe 50, 75 feet above the plant.
There were no injuries, but there was extensive damage, and we're standing by 24 hours a day for news like that. If you see it, let us know at 254-CKLW at Windsor, 961-NEWS in Detroit. It happened in Ontario several months ago, and now it's coming in the Wolverine State. A judge from the Michigan Public Service Commission has given the green light to Michigan Bell to jack up the price of a payphone call from 10 to 20 cents a crack. Bell says if they hadn't been given that break, the public utility would have lost more than $10 million this year. A 29-year-old homicide officer remains in serious condition with a gunshot wound he picked up accidentally this morning while investigating a murder at 2920 Phillip in Detroit. Detective Al DeHunis picked up a rifle and it went off accidentally. Dead at the scene was 47-year-old Malcolm Taylor. One man has been arrested. According to presidential candidate Ronald Reagan, he's still very much in the running for the Republican nomination and actually thinks he'll knock off Michigan's Gerald Ford. When asked to elaborate, Reagan was quick with his tongue.
The answer to all of them is almost half the Republican Party has indicated that they would like to have me as a candidate and they would like to have me stay in the race, and that's what I'm going to do.
Meanwhile, both Reagan and President Ford are stumping through North Carolina this afternoon in preparation for that state's primary on Tuesday. Lord Snowden has expressed extreme grief that he and Princess Margaret have had to separate. With tears in his eyes and voice trembling today, he told the public in Sydney, Australia, that he is very sad it had to happen and prayed for the understanding of their 2 children. It's back into the smoke-filled room again today for the jury in the Patty Hearst bank robbery trial, and newsman Joe Camisher is on that case in the city by the bay.
The week began with a second prosecution doctor, Harry Kozol, saying Miss Hearst voluntarily joined the SLA. And then the defense began its rebuttal arguments, challenging the credibility of prosecution doctors. Miss Hearst's parents took the stand to say their daughter was not a rebel, but a warm, intelligent young woman. On Thursday, final arguments began, with U.S. Attorney James Browning asking for a conviction, saying her story was too incredible to believe. Defense attorney F. Lee Bailey disagreed. He claims that Patricia Hearst was an involuntary participant who was in the bank only to save her life.
In other Saturday afternoon news, talks have broken down again in that 10-day-old musicians and hotel workers strike on the Strip in Las Vegas. 4 people have been killed and 46 injured, including 2 Americans. Americans in a hotel fire in a resort north of Tel Aviv. Members of a panel in Vancouver on violence and gun control say they have little hope that federal gun control in either Canada or the U.S. will result in fewer crimes involving Saturday night specials. The government of Thailand has given a 4-month extension to the deadline for the evacuation of U.S. military installations in that country, and a Massachusetts doctor is out with a proposal that's likely to anger dog lovers everywhere in North America. Dr. Robert Golden says it's time to drastically reduce the number of canines in the United States, says that dog bites, approximately 1 million Americans a year, are responsible for spreading diseases and consumer food and other resources that humans could use as well. The doctor goes even further, says the U.S. ought to follow the example of China, which has virtually wiped out its entire dog population. CKLW News Time 2:26. Byron McGregor, 2020 News.
Pardon me. 253535. That's 800-325-3535. The Royal Biscayne Beach Hotel and Racket Club.
Crippled children are fighting for a better future. Back a fighter with Easter seals. Motor City weather. Breezy but warm with a chance of rain by afternoon. High 69. Cooler tonight. Low 35. Slightly cooler tomorrow. Cleveland 72 degrees. Toledo 68. Detroit 68. 20 Celsius. Byron McGregor, 2020 News. And that's what's happening today, March 20th, 1976.
CKLW, March 20th, 1967.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, lose my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. They toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the sky will be blue for all my life. Me and you. And you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. Toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. So happy together. And how is the weather? So happy together. We're happy
CKLW and Charlie Van Dyke at 2:34. Sweets, Fox on the Run. I'll play this for all the gals I saw last night down at the Garrison Club. Just your normal homespun girls. Way to make points with a chick like that, just to put your cards on the table. I found last night they prefer American Express.
You
Lobster request tune. Sweet and Fox on the Run with Charlie Van Dyke at 2:37. Really nifty to be back in the Motor City here. I'm looking through the Detroit Free Press this morning, seeing what some of the things have changed, some of the things haven't changed. See, Bob Talbert still got his column. Few new things. New wig he's got there, isn't it? I think those cost a lot and make him look that natural. Some of the old things, still old material. Still got people writing this stuff for him. Never an original column on Saturdays. Unbelievable. The title this morning, Did Adam and Eve Have Belly Buttons? Amazing stuff. I don't know whether they had belly buttons or not, but I know that Adam was really uptight one night. He came home and Eve had used his best suit to make a salad.
Your underarms, your feet. These are the two parts of the body that can cause the most objectionable odor problems. Until now, you probably used a separate deodorant for each. But today, there's Bodyall, the underarm deodorant that's also a foot deodorant.
An underarm deodorant that's also a foot deodorant?
Yes, because it's micro-encapsulated. The Bodyall deodorant is activated by perspiration, underarm or foot perspiration, so Bodyall can fight underarm and foot odor.
An underarm deodorant that's also a foot deodorant. Bodyall makes sense.
Did you know there's an acne medicine that keeps working for hours? Stridex medicated pads. Stridex is made to work a special way. First, the textured pad helps clean out oil and dirt to unblock your pores. Then the Stridex medicine gets in to kill germs and fight pimples. And Stridex keeps on fighting pimples for hours, invisibly, so nobody will ever know. Try Stridex.
Your face, something to smile about.
Motor City radio history repeats itself this weekend as the CKLW Boss Jocks bring back the $1 Million Weekend. In the spirit of Tommy Shannon, Big Jim Edwards, Charlie Van Dyke, Won't Baby Love, and Duke Roberts, you'll hear all the great $1 Million music.
Hi, this is Frank Brody inviting you to join CKLW this weekend for the return of the $1 Million Weekend.
Listen all weekend long as the CKLW Jocks bring back the
CKLW $1 Million Weekend.
Weekend and Charlie Van Dyke with Dirty Joe Simon get down tonight. I got a call from a little cheerleader named Heidi. Goes to a high school on Grosse Pointe Woods. Called in for that. Now, that is some kind of school. I remember that from the last time I was here. Those folks got some cash, you know? All the kids play sports out there in uniforms by Pierre Cardin. So, well, they don't have any grass on their football fields. No AstroTurf. It's green shag carpeting.
Describe the Indescribable is on the air. We'll be calling you for your attempt to describe the indescribably delicious taste of Peter Paul Mounds and Almond Joy candy bars. And maybe you'll win, John.
2 weeks, all expense trip to the Hideaway to the Stars, plus a house full of simulated furniture, including velvetized plastic covers for everything, including the wall-to-wall carpet, so nothing will wrinkle. Bill.
Hello, you are...
Gloria Tierney.
Oh.
Catonsville, Maryland.
Gloria, how would you describe the indescribably delicious taste of an Almond Joy?
Oh, I love the taste. I wrote it all down on a little piece of paper. It's in my purse somewhere. Almond Joy is the one with all the pure milk chocolate. The zipper's stuck. It's got all those crunchy almonds. My silver lame earrings, so that's where they've been hiding.
Gloria.
Oh, and Almond Joy has all that moist coconut. Paper must have wedged itself somewhere. It's not here. I love Almond Joys. I had it.
That's right, Gloria. You have had it. Keep tasting those Peter Paul Mounds and Almond Joys, and one day you may be able to describe that indescribably delicious taste. And on that day, who knows?
And now, save 20% on diamond rings or diamond anythings. It's Osterman's semi-annual diamond sale. Save 20% on anything with a diamond. Engagement rings, watches, pendants, earrings, dinner rings, men's rings. Osterman's 20% off semi-annual diamond sale. A great time to say love and a little bit more. And save on diamond rings or diamond anythings. Come to Osterman's semi-annual diamond sale. Osterman's fine jewelers, trusted diamond counselors for more than half a century.
Datsun, the #1 import in sales and economy. Only $27.94 at Leo Adler Datsun, Grand River and 8 Mile.
Get it at Leo. CKLW.
Oh, I like this one. Nazareth on the Big 8. And if love hurts, go to the Free Clinic. Jimmy Gilmer's Sugar Shack. When I lived in the Motor City, we used to have a sugar. We used to like this.
Oh, there's a crazy little shack beyond the tracks, and everybody calls it the Sugar Shack. Well, it's just a coffee house and it's made out of wood. Espresso coffee tastes mighty good. That's not the reason why I gotta get back to that Sugar Shack. Whoa, baby, to that Sugar Shack. There's this cute little girlie, she's working there. A black leotard and her feet are bare. I'm gonna drink a lot of coffee, spend a little cash, make that girl love me when I put on some trash. You can understand why I've gotta get back to that Sugar Shack. Whoa, baby, to that Sugar Shack. Yeah, honey, to that Sugar Shack. Oh, yes, to that Sugar Shack. And now that Sugar Shack queen is married to me, yeah. We just sit around and dream of those old memories. But one of these days I'm gonna lay down tracks in the direction of that Sugar Shack. Just me and her, yes, we're gonna go back to that Sugar Shack. Whoa, to that Sugar Shack.
CKLW on $1 Million Weekend with Charlie Van Dyke at 2:48. Jimmy Gilmer and the Fireballs in the Sugar Shack. Gee, it was my own December 1963 and December of 68. Little Shack was up on Oled Avenue, and I loved it.
Have a great, great day with double mint gum. Choo choo, double, good, double mint gum. It's a great way to double your fun. Choo choo, double, good, double mint gum. Have a great day with double mint gum. Have a great day with double mint gum. Have a great day with double mint gum. Choo choo, double, good, double mint gum. It's a great way to double your fun. Choo choo, double, good, double mint gum. Have a great day with double mint gum. Have a great day.
Getting your hair cut. Go ahead and do it someplace else, and you take your chances. But before you make your move, consider this. The Hair Cutting Place is one of the largest chains of hair cutting shops in the country, and we got that way by cutting hair right. Precision scissor cutting it to the contours of your head and the shape of your face. Full, clean, and natural. The hair cutting place. The Hair Cutting Place. For ladies and gents who don't like to get their hair cut.
The Hair Cutting Place at Simpson's in the Devonshire Mall, Windsor. I remember that place. That's where Big Jim Edwards used to always go to have his chest merkin trimmed.
Motor City weather.
Mostly cloudy, windy, warm. Chance of thunder showers this afternoon's high 69. Overnight low 35. Continued cloudy tomorrow, high 46. In Cleveland, 73. Toledo, 69. In Detroit, 69. 21 Celsius.
CKLW yesterday. When the truth is found to be
CKLW. $1 Million Weekend with Charlie Van Dyke, Grace Slick in the airplane up for somebody to love at 2:53. I remember trolling the Detroit Zoo, looking for someone to love when I lived here in the Motor City, walking around with my 25-cent bag of camel food, waiting to find her. And there she was, and we spent that memorable island on Monkey Island the entire night. That's where I'm going at 5. What do you think?
Jukebox International brings you Disco Mania 2 with the BT Express, Ralph Carter, and Esther Phillips.
What's the difference again? 24 hours.
You get Carl Carlton and the Ohio Players. Donna Summer. Plus, you get LaBelle's #1 disco classic. Taste hot chocolate.
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing.
1 hour of disco delicacies with Silver Convention. Disco Mania 2 with the South Shore Commission, Johnny Bristol, Gloria Gaynor, the Crown Heights Affair, and the Stylistic. Disco Mania 2. Disc nationally advertised at $5.99, tape $6.99. Available at a favorite retail outlet near you.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Beth, Disco Mania 2 is available soon.
That Morales, oh, what a great, great guy. He'll save you money on that Chevy buy.
Well, Mr. Postman, welcome to Marola Chevrolet. Come in to buy a new Chevrolet?
Oh, no, I have a package here, and the name on it's obliterated. Is it yours?
Why, no, sir. My name is Marolas.
On that Chevy deal, you'll get a great buy, cause Marolas is a great, great guy.
You can get a lot more car for a lot less money than you think at Marola Chevrolet, Gratiot 8.5 Mile Road. Seems to me, it's been years. Seems to me he could have moved by now. Antique shows are just antique shows, unless you've seen Steiner's Detroit Antique Show. That's today through Sunday at East 8 Mile Armory, Michigan's largest show, featuring 2 levels. Today through Sunday, opens daily at 1.
Get me down, and my world is spin, spin,
Dyke, house working a little bitty radio station, wanting to get to the Big 8. This is the stuff they were playing. Major Lance on a $1 million weekend.
Walking through the park, it wasn't quite dark. There was a man sitting on a bench. Out of the crowd as his head lowly bowed, he just moaned and it made no sense. He just go, I was born with the curious mind. I asked this man just what did he mean when he moaned and he'd be so kind, and he just go CKLW, the Motor City.
3 o'clock at the Big 8 with Charlie Van Dyke on a $1 million weekend.
I woke up this morning, baby. I had you on my mind. I woke up this morning, baby. You know that I felt so fine. You know I need you. You know that I love you. This is my special love too. My special love. My special love. Darling, 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 to you. Yeah, to you. Yeah. I woke up this morning, baby. I had you on my mind. I felt so much love this morning. Little girl, you feel so fine. You know I need you. You know that I love you. Darling, this is my special love. My special love. My special love. Darling, 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 to you. Oh, yeah. To you. Yeah. Sky's getting darker for me. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all of your loving. Baby, I want your loving. Baby, I woke up this morning, baby. Every time I called your name, I felt so much love this morning. Girl, for shame. You know I need you. You know that I love you. And this is my special love too. My special love, hey. My special love. Darling, 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 to you. Yeah. Oh, got to have your love.
CKLW and Charlie Van Dyke. Proud to be back in the Motor City in 303. So the return of the Magic Days at the Big 8. So far now, Magic Fingers Greg, my producer, has guided me successfully through a couple hours. I can think about you. Use that personal private number and tell me what you want to hear. I'll do it for you. CKLW and take it to the limit. But I only got one day, might as well. Eagles and Charlie Van Dyke at 3:06. I'm catching up now. I'm on a trip back here to the Big 8, the Motor City, checking all the news, looking at the papers, watching TV, listening to the good music. A lot of interesting things are making the news. I've noticed this morning in one of the reports of big controversy over the proposed 20-cent phone charge in Michigan. 20 cents to make a paid telephone call. And everybody's very upset about that. You really should not be. I investigated this for you here just briefly. I mean, a few calls this morning, the 20 cents is very justified. They need that money to pay for all the out-of-order signs.
KTEL presents Dance Machine, the greatest disco record ever made. 20 original hits, original stars, La Belle, The Tramps, BT Express, the fantastic Van McCoy, Blackbird, James Brown, George McRae, Kool and the Gang, Jim Gilstrap, and many, many more. Silver Convention, Ritchie Family, and the Kings of Disco, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Get down tonight, get down tonight, baby. Dance Machine, a great dance record, a disco experience. $5.99 for KTEL, tape $6.99.
Hey, sensational! Why does he tie hurts when you do that? Dance Machine is now available at Cunningham Drug and at Wrigley, Sears, Major, 50 Acres, also Montgomery Ward, Woolworth, and Arnold Drugs.
Told me it's all happening at the zoo.
CKLW, Peter Paul Candy Bars, and the Metro Detroit Ford dealers want to make sure the Detroit Zoo's animals are fed. Collect Peter Paul Peppermint Patties, Powerhouse, and No Jelly Wrappers now. Peter Paul and the Ford dealers will each donate a penny to the Detroit Zoo. Just drop the wrappers off at any Frank's Nursery. CKLW will also award $1,000 to the organization collecting the most wrappers. Call CKLW now for more information. 963-1567 in Detroit or 258-8888 in Windsor. Save a wrapper to save an animal.
CKLW $1 Million Weekend.
What you got to say? Say, hey, hey, hey. What you got to say? Hollywood, Hollywood swinging. Hollywood swinging. I remember not too long ago, I went to a theater and I saw the Kool and the Gang show. I always wanted to get into a band to sing my songs and then become a bad piano playing man. So here I am in this Hollywood city, the city of the stars, movies, women, and cars. Well, I guess I'll stop. Say, hey, 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 hey. What you got to say? Say, hey, hey, hey. What you got to say? Hollywood swinging. Hollywood.
CKLW on a $1 Million Weekend with Charlie Van Dyke in from Hollywood where they do the swinging. But you got to dig where that record's coming from. That was dedicated to a particular street corner in Los Angeles called Selma and Las Palmas. And that is the essence of what Hollywood swinging is all about. Give you an idea, you can put your hand out to turn left and get a manicure while you're sitting there.
In 1850, while the West was ticking cold, a man named Levi Strauss found something even better. Discovered a mountain of blue denim. Out of it, he got the world's toughest pants, Levi's blue jeans. We put a little blue jean in everything we made. Today, Levi's has struck a whole new vein. Exciting new fabrics and colors. New styles of shirts, pants, and jackets. And all with that old Levi's quality. We put a little blue jean in everything we make. So if you want to strike it rich, come to the mountain and dig Levi's. We put a little blue jean in everything we make. In everything we make. Levi's.
There's a couple of guys involved with some Hollywood swinging down at the corner of Selma and Las Palmas back in L.A. Cops came and arrested them. Handcuffed their hand to their hip, you know.
Love Song, a few years ago that began a whole new era in contemporary Christian music. They're now back together in 1976 touring the United States in concert. Their music is as exciting as ever and is available on 2 albums, Love Song and Final Touch. The Love Song tradition continues with Chuck Girard, Love Song's lead singer, on his new solo album. They're all on Good News Records and tapes. Have you heard them?
You can see Love Song at Concert Masonic Auditorium March 26th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $4 in advance, $5 at the door. Available at all Howard's and Dixon bookstores, Logos Bookstore in Taylor, The Gospel Shop in Ellen Park, and the Salt Company. Amen.
Every 11 minutes of every working day, somebody gets a better deal at Verhoeven Chevrolet. Be smart. Get Verhoeven's Chevy deal before you buy any car. You'll be glad you did. Verhoeven Chevrolet, easy to find on Van Dyke at 6 Mile.
That's when making love was just for fun. Love's biggest problem was your braces locked when you kissed her. She's doggone, then it all changed. Marvin with Charlie Van Dyke on a $1 Million Weekend at the Big 8.
I'd be doggone if I wouldn't work all day, baby. And I'd be doggone if I wouldn't bring you my pay around, blowing my money all over this town. Then I wouldn't be doggone. Hey, I'd be long gone. Then I wouldn't be doggone. I'd be long gone. I'd be long gone. Hey, I'd be doggone if you ain't a pretty thing, baby. And I'd be doggone if you ain't warm as a breath of spring, baby. And if we live to be 100 years old, if you ever let that spring girl go, then I wouldn't be doggone. Hey, I'd be long. I'd be long. Oh, I wouldn't be doggone. Baby, I'd be long. I'd be long. Now did you hear me? Well, now what I say, oh, believe me. Well, every woman should try to be whatever her man wants her to be. And I don't want much, all I want from you is for you to be true to me. I'll be doggone if love ain't a man's best friend, oh baby. And I'll be doggone if you ain't the loving end, baby. So I know you make me feel like nobody could. If I ever found out that you're no good, then I wouldn't be so long. I'd be long. I'd be long. Well, I wouldn't be so long.
CKLW brings them all back at a $1 Million Weekend. I'll be doggone and Marvin Gaye with Charlie Van Dyke back in the Motor City at 3:20. Another call from Grosse Pointe Woods for that particular song I just played. I didn't know they were allowed to tap their feet out in Grosse Pointe Woods. It is extremely elite. Have you driven through there lately? It is just beautiful. If you have a fire out in Grosse Pointe Wood, You call the fire department for an estimate.
TV and appliance repairmen. There's a topic that really made consumers speak out when Canadian General Electric talked to them about their product service needs.
Usually, you'll call them and they'll say, be there Wednesday morning for sure. Well, you hang around. Perhaps you have an appointment in the afternoon. They'll arrive whenever they feel like it. If they say they're coming in the morning, I think they should come in the morning. If they say they're coming in the afternoon, they should be there. That's one of my big beefs about quite a lot of the servicing is just having people get there.
That's the problem. They don't get there when they say they will. At Canadian General Electric, a promise is a promise. So if your appliance should need repair, we have factory-trained servicemen in fully equipped trucks ready to do most repairs right on the spot. And most important of all, when we say we'll be there, we'll be there. Talking to people helps us to meet the real needs of today's consumer. Canadian General Electric, working to give you your money's worth.
For home service in the Windsor area, phone 945-1113.
Bill Howard is advancing his spring sale. It's on now. Late model premium cars with odometers reading only 8 to 25,000 miles are being disposed of quickly at reduced prices. Get an excellent deal. Get 48-month low-rate financing and buy from nice people. Howard Pontiac Buick, Tecumseh Road East at Parent, the simple business dealership.
At Bill Howard Pontiac Buick, we run a very simple business. Motor City weather.
Well, not too bad. Mostly cloudy, windy, and warm. There's a chance of a few thunder showers this afternoon. High 69, overnight low 35. Continued cloudy for tomorrow and a high of 46. Now in Cleveland at 71. Toledo 67. Detroit 67. 19 Celsius.
CKLW yesterday. Don't pour your love out on me, baby. If you do, then I think that maybe I'll just lay me down right 400 years. Don't pour your love out on me, honey. Take my heart, my soul, my money, but don't leave me drowning in my tears. You say you're gonna leave, gonna take that big white bird, gonna fly right out of here without a single word. But you know you'll break my heart when I watch you close that door, 'cause I know I won't see you anymore. Don't pour your love out on me, baby. If you do, then I think that maybe I'll just lay me down right 400 years. Don't pour your love out on me, honey. Take my heart, my soul, my money, but don't leave me drowning in my tears. Haven't I been good to you? What about that brand new ring? Doesn't that mean love to you? Doesn't that mean anything? If I threw away my pride and I got down on my knees, would you make me beg you pretty please? Don't pour your love out on me, baby. If you do, then I think that maybe I'll just lay me down right 400 years. Don't pour your love out on me, honey. Take my heart, my soul, my money, but don't leave me drowning in my tears. There's so much I wanna do. I've got love enough for two, but I'll never use a girl if I don't have you. Don't pour your love out on me, baby. If you do, then I think that maybe I'll just lay me down right 400 years. Don't pour your love out on me, honey. Take my heart, my soul, my money, but don't leave me drowning in my tears. Don't pour your love out on me, baby.
CKLW, don't pull it. Howard and Joe Franken Reynolds in $1 Million Weekend with Charlie Van Dyke at 3:25 in the Midwest Regional Semifinal basketball action this afternoon in Louisville. 10th ranked Michigan Wolverines defeated 9th rated Missouri 95-88. Proving again the Wolverines are mammoth dribblers. The Wolverines now move on to meet the Rutgers group next Saturday in Philadelphia for the national semifinal game.
There's a
kind of smile that starts on your lips and spreads till it takes over your whole body. It's the smile you feel in Jamaica and on board our airline, Air Jamaica. Come with us. You'll find yourself smiling on beaches and at blue mountains, smiling at underwater fish, and smiling back at smiling people. Air Jamaica has special low fares, holiday packages, and more flights a week to Jamaica than anyone else. Call your travel agent and let us make your life a holiday.
Air Jamaica's holidays to Jamaica start at $2.93. Call your travel agent. Now, ear piercing is fast, easy, and safe at Federal's. A doctor or nurse is at every Federal store today and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The new painless way for just $9.99 with 24-karat gold-plated starter earrings for free. If you're under 18, you have to have your parent or guardian with you to take advantage of this incredible Federal ear piercing by trained medical personnel. Only $9.99 complete, plus 24-karat gold starter earrings for free. Today and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. only at Federal's. Antique shows are just antique shows. Unless you've been to Steiner's Detroit Antique Show, today through Sunday at East 8 Mile Armory, Michigan's largest show featuring 2 levels. Today and Sunday opens daily at 1 o'clock. Welcome back, John Sebastian. Been too long since we heard a hit from you.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how you must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back. Welcome back. 'Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. 'Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 Welcome back.
CKLW, presenting the original $1 Million Weekend. 3:30 at the Big 8. This Charlie Van Dyke with Sly Stone.
I can't be wrong.